And we're back. Hello, hello, hello. Ah! Fucking ninja. Oosh, 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 oosh. Bauhaus. How we doing, everyone? Hope you're fucking good. Right, those of you who see my social media already know what this video is going to be about. Now, I'm not going to put in a caption what I'm going to say here in the name of the video because it's a bit prolific and I'm going to get banned off YouTube. So, it was basically books niggers should read. That's what I was going to go with, but I think I might get banned, so I'm not actually going to say that. So the caption will be books I think everyone should read, essentially, basically. Well, I've got one, two, three, four books here. I say three of them, every motherfucker really does need to read. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Three of the books here, everyone needs to read. The last one is something I recommend people to read. So let's get into it. So reading, I think, is very important. I'm going to be completely honest with you. When it comes to public speaking, being able to articulate your words and have good cadence when you're speaking, reading can really fucking help with that itself. So what I do quite a bit is I do a combination of things. I try to read at least 5 pages a day, and between doing those 5 pages, I will fluctuate between reading mentally and then reading out loud. The reason why I read out loud is to basically help with that cadence and my ability to articulate and speak my words much more clearly, much more slowly, and much more controlled. So when I'm out and about, I'm able to convey my words much better. I'm able to speak with much more confidence, etc. Because a lot of people don't realize that speaking in itself is actually a skill and it's something that needs to be properly developed in order for you to become better at it. Okay, right. The first book, some of you motherfuckers might know what it is. All right, I got put onto this book, and I think about 2018. I think when you're as a man and you're on your own journey and you're trying to develop, this book is extremely fundamental. Okay, first one for you motherfuckers. I read this religiously. Yeah, The Way of the Superior Man. Now, this book is done by David De Gea. I don't know if I pronounced his name correctly. But this book here basically goes over the principles and the fundamentals of what it means to be a man, talking about how to transmute your energy, how to control sexual lusters, how to go through the world, how to create morals, principles, etc. So that's the first book I really do recommend. Now, when I was 18, 19, 20, I was pretty much all over the place, I'll be completely honest. A lot of you know I was smoking weed, doing ganja, etc. And then I had almost like a spiritual awakening where I was reflecting like, yo, this is not the life I want to live. I want to improve, I want to do better. So I started to properly take the principles in that book and I implemented them and worked on myself. And without that book, I'm going to be completely honest, a lot of the things that I do these days and have conscious about, like the way I act, how I compare myself, etc., would not be put into play. I'll be a bit of a maniac. I'll be completely honest with you. Right. The second one, as you know, it's going to be a quick video. I'm not fucking about here. Is The Power of Now. Wow, do the shit now. Done by, I'm not going to, I think it's Eckhart Tolle. I've read this book once. It's one of those books I think you just need to read once and you just take that information on board instantaneously. So the book itself talks about how you need to reside in the current moment, the presence of it, which is now, not being one of those people that think too much into the future or think too much into the past because it draws and takes away your energy out of your current reality which you're in. And a lot of people don't realize is when you think about the things in the past and things about the things in the future, etc., what it does is it crowds your energy and allows energy to dissipate from yourself. You need all that energy to yourself in the now, so you're able to harness it and transmute it and use it and utilize it. Okay. Um, Power Now, as I said, talks about how to reside in the current moment in time, how to capitalize on things and take action, etc., almost instantaneously. It's mostly orientated around spiritual enlightenment, if I'm completely honest with you, and just talking about the residing of power of now. The book itself, The Power of Now, what the fuck do you think it's about? You feel me? It's about residing in the now. That's all it really is. The third one, this one here, I'll be completely honest with you. When I embarked on my spiritual journey, this book here was the fundamental book alongside The Way of the Superior Man that I used. A lot of the principles and the practices that inside of this book I use to this day. Now, the guy that does this book or has written this book is a G. I'm going to be completely honest with you. If you know who this dude is, you're obviously a G as well, you know? So this book is called Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. Joe Dispenza I'm trying to struggle to find the words. I'm struggling to find the words to correctly categorize who Joe Dispenza is, if I'm completely honest with you. He is a very interesting individual, which I encourage a lot of you to have a look at. Now, if you're a very spiritual person or you're God oriented like I am myself, then reading this book is really going to benefit you. Now, I am all for controlling my energy and harnessing my inner chi. I'll be completely honest with you. And a lot of the exercises and the techniques inside of this book is orientated around harnessing your energy in order to manipulate and control your current reality, which we actually reside in. Now, if you are interested in these type of things, I really do emphasize on going to look into a bit more Joe Dispenza. He's got a few other books as well that I can put you onto. But the book itself, the practices you have in it, and as you can see, I'm one that writes notes on this book as well. When you go through this book, it is very, very, very interesting. How to harness the chakras, etc. How to create alignment within the chakras, etc. A lot of these practices, in combination with the meditations that I do, boosts my energy throughout the day. Now, when I don't do these practices, I notice a big change. But what I also notice as well, when I do these practices, they're designed to be able to manipulate your reality in combination with manifestation, if it's correctly done. Has this profound effect of bringing things to you, because what it does is activates your auric field through your energy centers, which is your chakras. It activates your auric field, which then creates a magnet around your body, which is the auric field. Let me see if I can find a picture. And what it does is it basically draws things to yourself. It's quite interesting. I'll be completely honest with you. Let me see if I can find some illustrations in here, because it is very, very, very interesting. So is it, for example, here it talks about how energy gets stuck. So for example, I don't know if you guys can see there, but it talks about competition and control and impatience get stuck in the third chakra, or sexual depravity or sexual addiction gets stuck in the lower chakras, and that can interfere with your auric field. For example, an auric field, which should be a normal light field, as you can see here, is flourishing. But obviously someone in a diminished light field is got jaggedy edges, and their auric field isn't as equal, doesn't have a sufficient form of equilibrium or something like that. Let me see if I can find the picture I'm actually trying to really, really, really emphasize. Right. So what it does is talks about how the body is essentially is an electromagnetic field, and doing these practices, what it does is it enhances that electromagnetic field. Now, if you look on the other page, which is this one here, it talks about how energy influences matter. Now, if we are energetic beings, if we have if we have powerful energetic auras, what it can do is interfere and manipulate the reality around us. So if we look here, similar to the picture I showed you a minute ago, without doing the practices, look at your energy field, okay? It's jagged, it's not big, it's diminished essentially. But if you're able to harness it using a lot of these techniques, what it does is it enhances that auric field. Now, if you ever been into a room with someone and you think like, damn, this guy's got energy, or you sense someone coming in, that's that auric field. Now, that's a very powerful auric field you've got to enhance, okay? So this book is for that, all right? Right. The last one, right. So, as you motherfuckers know, I'm a bit of a historian, yeah? History really does tickle man's pickle, you feel me? So, this book here talks about an altered historical evolution. So you got the standard theory of evolution, which is Darwin's theory, isn't it? From ape to man, I think it's Homo sapien sapien to Homo sapien, isn't it? Something like that, anyways. But this is somewhat of an altered theory based on other evidence that has been put in place and completely ignored by mainstream media. So this book is put forward by someone that I've done a lot of research on, and I've been to his talks, etc. He's an American fellow. His name is Billy Carson. So the book is called The Epic of Humanity. So it talks about these beings, which are supposedly the Anunnaki. A lot of you might have heard of them before, and talks about how we were genetically modified, It is very, very interesting read. If those of you who are probably similar to me on this channel have a very open mind and are very curious driven, then this book is very much for you. Now, I didn't want to get too much into those books. I went on a bit of rant with the Becoming Supernatural because I feel that's quite a powerful book. Now, these books are just little books that I've gone over that I think a lot of people should get onto. I'll be completely honest with you. These are not the most powerful ones that I have. I'll be completely honest with you. I just wanted to get into this and just dabble into it just to give you guys a bit of a beginner's path into getting into reading. Because I read religiously. I'll be completely honest with you. Reading's changed my life. What I will do in the coming weeks is a much more powerful books you should read video, okay? Incorporating things like transmuting, transurfing reality. Those of you who know that book, fucking hell, it's what the millionaires read to become billionaires. So it's a very, very powerful book. And there's a few other ones that I will put you guys onto. For example, Jim Quick, Limitless. Like, if you don't know that book, fucking hell, guys, you really got to sort your lives out. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Obviously, I'll try the best I possibly can to be consistent with these videos, but man's busy, you feel me? But anyways, boom! See that?